Hi there. So today we're going to be reviewing Plan to Eat, and mostly this is actually just more of a walkthrough, and you could see the actual review in the blog post on thecasserole.net. But this is just kind of going to take you on a little plan with me journey, and I'm also going to show you some other tools that I use, which will be pictured in the blog post as well. So make sure you have your coffee ready, and we're going to go on a meal planning journey for next week. So I'm going to show you what it's like to use Plan to Eat. Now, what we're in right now is just the Cook tab on plantoeat.com, which shows all the recipes that I've added, and that's by courses. So that was breakfast, main course. It will also show you where it's from. So you see this 40 aprons, Whole30.com, Paleo Running Mama, all different sources that they do allow for you to just import recipes from without an issue at all. All different things, little bits of Pioneer Woman again, clearly I'm a fan. You can also have tags on here, which I'll discuss more later and in the review. So I created a Whole30 tag. One Pot October is actually a event that Plan to Eat hosts themselves, and they have all these really fun one pot recipes. I'll be trying this one out shortly. And then we get to the one pot dinners and some soups. Now I also added a tag called favorite and not a fave and repeat, just so I can more accurately keep track of what we've tried, what I liked, and what I want to try again, or any modifications that I made to some recipes I put right in the recipe itself, because you can easily edit them just by clicking on them. So it'll bring this up for you, and you could hit edit recipe right here and say you didn't use ghee, use butter, you could change that to butter. If you used a different coconut milk, you could change that yourself. So everything's very easily adaptable for you. Okay, so now this is all my recipes. You can actually use a sort by feature over here to sort by literally anything you want, by course, by cuisine, by tag. So if I'm looking for only Whole30 recipes, it's going to filter and give me only the Whole30. If I'm looking for the ones that I tagged with repeat, it'll show me only those. Okay, so we're going to go back to see all of them. And then you could, of course, do with ingredient, with all, or without. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick for you is I've wanted to make this chicken shawarma recipe. It's Whole30 compliant, and I actually found another version a few weeks back, but I didn't want to do that one because it didn't seem very healthy, even though it claimed to be. So this one looks really, really great. So what I want to do is I'm going to hit add to PTE, which the website itself shows you how to do. So that's add to Plan to Eat. And once I click that, it's going to bring this Plan to Eat thing up. It takes just a moment, depending on the website. Some of them are faster. But it's importing the recipe. This is just chewoutloud.com. It's just a recipe blog. And it imports it right there. It shows you the cook time, total time, description, ingredients, and right here, you can change some things. So if you want to add a tag, so for me, this is Whole30. I have a Whole30 tag, Whole30, save recipe. Saving, done, okay. So now when we go back to Plan to Eat, okay, if we refresh that, right here, chicken shawarma easy and healthy is right here, and I can view it just by clicking and see exactly what it did, which is awesome. And of course, if it does, again, mess something up, you can edit it. It's not a problem. You can also choose a default section if you don't like the numbered. I like the numbered, so I keep it on that typically. And then if you want, you can do cooking view, which is one of my favorite things. So I like using the step-by-step. It always keeps the ingredients here. So this is step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which then you can close the cooking view. It's very helpful when you need to see everything big and large while you're, in the kitchen trying to get everything together. So that's basically an overview of the recipe part. You can also add a recipe that you write by hand, not by hand, but type it in yourself. If it's like a homemade recipe, your own recipe, which I'll be doing for a few recipes that I haven't gotten around to yet. Just even if I don't put the directions for myself, just the title and the ingredients, so I can plan it and it will add the correct ingredients to the shopping list for me. So that's always helpful. You can also import from web, which I showed you how to do. And Plan to Eat will show you another way to do that as well. It's called the Recipe Clipper, and that's what I like to use. Import from web just by adding the link, add recipe by hand, import from file, or share recipes with friends. There's very good videos on how to do all these things, and it's really, really great and easy to use. So now we're going to go to the Plan tab, which is the brunt of it. Now, what I love is the drag and drop that Plan to Eat uses. It's just so easy. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you just on a typical day. You've got breakfast, lunch, supper, snacks, and notes. So you can literally put all that in here if you want. This was right here. This past week, I actually moved a bunch of stuff. We had some things that got shifted, and I shifted some meals to this week over here. Now, I already have a bunch of things planned for Monday through Friday. Saturday, John and I will not be around for dinner, so I didn't bother planning that. But what I did was I created a note. And this is just a note that I created, and it puts it right here. So for example, if for Sunday I know we're not going to be here, I will add a note, and I'll say out to dinner. Sorry. Add note. And it's there, so I don't have to think that it's blank. There's something there, because blank kind of gets annoying there. So I'm going to actually remove the chicken marsala meatballs. So I'm going to, delete it. And just so I can show you how easy it is to add things. So you got to go to my recipes. I was accidentally on Friends, which actually shows you the One Pot October and the Plan to Eat blog recipes. You want to be on my recipes. So I want to add that back, right? Because I definitely still want to make the chicken marsala meatballs. So I'm going to go find them right here, chicken marsala meatballs, and drag them right to supper here. Okay, perfect. It's that easy. So if I had anything I had to do there, I could hit duplicate because I want to serve 10 people or anything like that. Add to freezer, cooking view, print if you need to print the full recipe, or just view the full recipe, and of course remove. So that's it. You literally can drag anything there. So just for example, if I did want to make the chicken shawarma on for lunch on Saturday, I would drag it right there, and then it would be right there. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to remove it. I will be making that soon, though. It looks really, really good. Now, the awesome part here is when you plan your week. So I've got all this here, and I also did put in some breakfast. So for smoothie, I did add note smoothie, and then I did add ingredient, which you'll see you can do right here, add ingredient. And I did bananas. So that means that it will add bananas to my shopping list for me because it's not listed in any recipe, but I know I need it. So I put that there. Now I go to shop, which is awesome. And I'm going to do a custom range, which I already set. Did I set it? Yeah. So, but I'm going to, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to do it here. So the 16th, actually we'll do the 15th. So Sunday to Saturday. Okay. So save range. And automatically it adds all the ingredients that I need to my list. Now, this is stores that I have here. I just want to show you. I've got Trader Joe's and On Hand, and I've also got Whole Foods, but there's nothing, and Farmers Market, but there's nothing in those lists right now, so they're not appearing. Okay, you can change the name. Originally, the Trader Joe's list said shopping list, I think. I changed it to Trader Joe's because it's where I do the brunt of my shopping at this point. So I changed it to that. I have a Whole Foods list because I do go there often, and Farmers Market because it is Farmers Market season still. And then I created an on-hand list because things like salt and pepper, I know I have, and I put them in on-hand, so it will automatically put them there. So I don't need to see salt and pepper on my list. And that's very easy to do. You can add as many stores as you want. And that's why this appears this way. So Trader Joe's can say shopping list, it could say ShopRite, whatever you want it to say. So it does categorize everything for you, as you can see. Baking, liquor, meat, miscellaneous soup. Now, like water, I don't need that. So I just check it off. You have the option to remove the selected item or move it to on hand or change the category. So for me, that's going to on hand. I have water. Okay, so I don't need it to show me that. And it's just going to put it here because I always have apple cider vinegar, fresh thyme, water, sea salt, and black pepper, and typically onions. Right now, that's there. So if you can see here, after every meal, it's got a letter. For example, E is tomato, basil, turkey, meatloaf. C, slow cook or creamy Southwest chicken. So if I'm at the store and I decide, you know what, I don't think I'm going to make that creamy Southwest chicken this week. So then I know anything with a C next to it, I don't need it. So I don't need the 1.5 pounds of boneless chicken thighs. Okay, so if I decide that last minute, it will even print on my list, which I did show on Instagram actually earlier. But you can see at the end, it's got the recipe key right after your shopping list. So you can actually put that on a separate page if you want to print it that way, or you can put it right after. So, for example, we've got this entire large list and it splits everything correctly, and you can also move things as I showed you before. But you can print this out, bring it to the store, and you're on your merry way. Now, I've been ordering my groceries from home for the past few weeks, and it's been really, really helpful in saving additional money because at this point, I'm just buying what I need here. And then I can't be in the store, so I'm not adding things to my cart while I'm shopping, while I'm hungry. So it's been a really, really nice bonus to save money by doing this, and then also by ordering from home. I do find that the fee that they charge is typically 10% up to the first $150, at least here. It saves me a lot more money paying that 10% than going in the store and buying 7 random things off the shelf, especially if I'm at Whole Foods. Now, if you want to add just regular stuff, so you're done doing this, but you're like, oh, okay, well, my son really likes sweet potatoes, so I need sweet potatoes. There we go. And it's saying it's produce. That is correct. Okay, what else do I need? How many do I want? I want 3 sweet potatoes. Fine. What else do I need? Well, I guess we got to buy the gushers, right? Which, by the way, I don't, but that's okay. It puts it in snacks, so it knows. What else do we need? Let's see, mango, because they're my favorite. Produce. Okay, so add items. And then it puts them all there. Okay, so just so we can see that. Produce, mango, what else do we add? Snacks, gushers, and sweet potatoes, 3 right here. Okay, so it did all that, and then it will also, of course, add to your printed list if you chose to print it. But you actually don't need to print the list if you don't want to, because you can actually use the app. The app on your iPhone is only available for iPhone right now, does have a shopping list on the app. So you can actually just check it off while you're in the store. But if you're someone who loves to just have a printed list and check it off, you can do that too. You can also export this and it will send this way to whoever you need it to go to, your significant other, your spouse, your roommate, anything, or download a CSV file and it will go in Excel format, which is really cool. Let's see what else. So that's really my favorite things. I really love the drag and drop functionality, and also the app right now has the recipes available for you. The recipe clipper, which you can put on your phone, so you can be on any site, you hit add plan to eat and it will even do it from your mobile device. And then the planner is coming soon. They're working really hard at it, and I did actually reach out to them and they told me that it's going to be about November, probably the end of November if I had to venture a guess myself. But that will be really, really convenient. Right now you can use the mobile site, but it gets a little finicky with the planner section. But for recipes and shopping, it's perfect. I really, really love this. It's been so helpful for me. And even me who loves to try like all new recipes, it's actually making me try even more new ones, especially because I can like create tags and, know what I tried and what I liked. I actually, in the past 2 weeks, we had this Paleo butternut squash soup. Let me tell you, I had Panera butternut squash soup yesterday, and I got rid of half of it because this one was amazing and so much better, and it was slow cooker. I mean, come on. The only modification that I made here was I did not use almond milk. I used coconut milk, which plenty of people had said in the comments you can do, and it was amazing. So if you're looking for a butternut squash soup, definitely give this one at Paleo Cupboard a try. I will actually link that in the description box. I really, really loved it. This is not the best picture, but it was delicious, and John also loved it as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It is a free 30-day trial with PlanToEat.com. You don't even need to put your credit card in. They give you 30 free days. No remembering to cancel, anything like that. After that, it's $4.95 a month or $39 for the year. For those that just subscribe to my email list or get the blog via email, you will actually be entitled to a discount code that I worked with them to get for a 10% off an annual. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email and I could definitely get you that code. They do have some restrictions, so I can't actually put it on the blog post itself, but if you reach out to me, I could gladly give that to you so you could get your 10% off. I would definitely recommend doing the trial. They also send helpful tips in email the entire 4 weeks. I'm 2.5 weeks in, and I've learned a lot from just the emails alone with their tips and tricks, like creating the on-hand list was actually a tip that I found there. So I don't have to even see this, and I don't need to be interrupted by things that I'm like, oh, well, do I have that? Do I not? Because I know that I put it there. They also have what's called a staples list. Okay, so you can use this to see what you actually need and don't need from your staples. So, you can actually edit this, delete things if you're not a tea drinker or coffee drinker, and then bring the staples list with you to the store. So yeah, that's just a little added bonus. And let's see. It's been extremely helpful, as I've stated 9 bajillion times. I actually just made this sweet potato waffle breakfast sandwich this morning, and it was really good. And I don't plan out my breakfast with like the ingredients because I don't need any ingredients for any of these things. My smoothie, I have all the ingredients. Scrambled eggs, I have eggs. But if you did, like I did with the bananas, that's the one thing I did need. If I needed oats, I could also, add an ingredient here for add oats. And then it will also add to my shopping list. Now I have plenty of oats because I actually just purchased them. So I'm going to remove that, but it's just something extra that you can do. And let's see. You can adjust serving size as we discussed. Edit the plan. This is just the easy way to do it. You're moving either just the recipes, ingredients, and notes, just the recipes, just the ingredients, or just the notes. And it's asking you where you want to move them from, if you want to move all the breakfast around, whatever you want to do. To me, I don't use that. I actually just do this because it seems easier to me. And I actually did do that because I did decide to make the Sunday beef stew for John tonight, so he doesn't have to have mac and cheese, but I will be at my mom's, so that is actually accurate. So let's see. There we go. And that's it. That's really as simple as it gets. You can view this in a week format. You can view it in the month format. You can go all the way to the future. So now I'm in November. I've got nothing planned yet. But it's been really, really awesome. And I really hope that you guys take advantage of it. Go to PlanToEat.com to sign up.